Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gonna be a speed run while my noisy neighbors are not so noisy at the moment. Not a ton of updates. Did pick up some cinder blocks, not that anybody cares, so I can get some doubles and start doing some shuffling around. In the hundreds this week, so trying not to do too much on the weekends and deal with those issues. Coolest thing, although these Roma 2 beans have not poked through, it's been a week, so all these beans popped up in the last 2 days, because Wednesday they were barely even poking through. So the last 3 days, the tongue of fire, the dragon tongue, the rattlesnake, some of those are still trying to pop through. There's a couple in the back, a couple in front, but then almost all the cucumbers. Might be one in the corner there, might be one or two here. Either they didn't sprout or they didn't come up. Same thing over here, maybe one here, one there, one there. And for some reason, which one are these? These are the tender greens. That whole back row, nothing. And we'll say half of this row. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see what happens. Strawberries are doing great. Potatoes, they're humming along. A few broken leaves or burnt leaves. I mean, there's plenty of water. I'm watering them pretty much every day, trying not to overwater so the potatoes aren't rotting, but trying to monitor that. And I just fertilized everybody today, so I wrapped a hose around the husky cherry and dumped a damn bucket. So, but ton of little tomatoes in there. You can see some of the dirt where I flipped it. And then if you look in there, another week or so, and I'm gonna have probably be able to pick that tomato. And that's from April 21st, so it's only been in there for about 6-7 weeks. The new plant is doing wonderful. And then same over here, this is the newer pepper plant, and that is outpacing the one that was struggling and is going to catch up to this other one that was struggling. And the donor tomato has taken off, got done with his transplant shock, and I have a feeling there's a cluster of plants because that's just too bushy for either of the Sweet 100 or the Juliet grape. So, I mean, other than that, everything's just kind of gimping along between heat and time of year. Although these blackberries are a bit seedy, they are starting to change colors pretty quick. Next week or so, as long as the birds don't get to them. Like those, I could probably pick. And they're just kind of, I'm seeing them as I look more and more. There's some berries way back in there that I can just barely reach. So hopefully the birds don't get to them. But I think I'm gonna move ahead with the plan to move everything here up or over, and then get everything here going down pretty much this line, so a little bit in from here, just enough room to get the lawnmower down through here, and then give the plants room to go both directions. That other apple tree is basically done. So I can put that ginger anywhere, so that blueberry could come up here. And then this apple, I'm losing apples, they just keep falling off. There's one that's rotten on the thing already. Just weather and wind is just not happy. But that apple tree could come up here. I want to move the 2 figs over a little bit, and then take this. I just dropped that in there just to have a place to put it because it was bare, but move this line over, and then these, kind of move these over to about here. Give me a little bit more room between the lemon and lime trees, so I can actually get through them without getting speared by the thorns. Still gives me plenty of room over here. And then either use these half barrels, because they are deformed, but they should, with some weight, round back out. And I've got 2 over there, so I'm just waiting on transplanting because they all have fruit on there. So I'm afraid if I go to transplant, I'm going to screw it up, knock the berries off. So that's going to have to be for fall. Transplant the berry, transplant that lemon, transplant the far lime. That apple one, I'm just leaving it because I'm hoping that at least one apple would survive where I could pick an apple and eat it. It's already fallen over 2 or 3 times because it's just too late between the height, lack of weight, and everything else. So yeah, just waiting. And then these I'm gonna move if I get that ambitious and just kind of deal with it. I think what I'll do is throw 2 cinder blocks, slide it, and then slide it, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just have to watch out for the thorns. I don't want to call those disposable, but I'm just, whatever I can get off of them, I get off of them. It was just kind of an experiment to see what would grow, what wouldn't. I also want to scoot these down a little bit, even though it's a little bit sunny right now, but leave room for the lawnmower. Get that blackberry here, and hopefully then be right about here-ish, where that one would come into out here. That one's not getting any coverage anyways. That one's getting a little. That one would be over here, so it'd get a bit more, but not much more coverage. It's not really shade that I'm looking to gain by moving, and it's all about making it easier so I can trim these stupid trees and go from there. Anyways, that's the long and the short of it. There are little baby figs doing their thing. This little thing in the bucket's actually putting out more fruit, I think, than this bigger one. Ton of lemons, ton of blossoms on this one, and for some reason this one is not doing a darn thing. I did do some cleaning up on the bottom. I did leave one branch. Not sure why. Got some limes going on, so both limes are doing their thing. This one's a smidge behind that one, but you know, we'll see what happens. It is June, so at some point some of the June drop is going to happen, but you know, there's actually quite a bit of limes hanging out up here. And then this smaller plant, there's clusters of limes. Like here's a good example. There's like 10 in there. I bet, you know, some of theirs are going to drop off. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all I got going on for this week. Need to get around to transplanting onions. Just too hot or got other things going on. Thanks for watching.